How do you get back in the game and work things?
I think we made some shots, got a couple stops, but yeah, we show our inconsistencies early, and I thought once we settled in, we moved harder offensively, had a bit more patience to work them a little bit to get the shots we wanted, and then defensively we cleaned up some of our coverages and just challenged some guys to guard individually, because early they were just getting by us and scoring off some ISO plays, and that can't happen. I mean, they can make tough shots, which they have guys capable of doing, but I thought Isaac, of course, he had a good offensive game, but in the second half, he moved his feet and kept guys in front. And if you can't guard the ball well, it's almost, no matter what your defensive system is, it's no good. So we guard it better. I thought Ryan was really active and kept us in there with his defense and his activity on the glass. And then, of course, Rhodey played well. And then Reese and Isaac offensively were good, and Jordan. So, and then the guys gave us lifts off the bench.
Tony, how big a psychological lift was it for, one, to get a win on the road, but two, to have Georgia Tech get out to a good start and your guys respond on the road?
Yeah, and even how it kind of ended at, they sort of made a little push. Yeah, I mean, all that's important. It's just trying to take a step. We took a step, by playing a decent half against Wake Forest, and then sort of fell apart, and partly due to them in the second half. Then came home and played, got back. I thought we took a step in who we had to be and how we had to play to the best of our abilities at home. And then the next challenge is, can you do it on the road? And so, yeah, to be able to finish a game, play well in a second half, and withstand and show some consistency, making some shots, getting some stops, and handling some real game pressure was important, but it's just another step.
Guys were leaking oil a little bit there at the end. What's your reaction to seeing first Jake hit the three and then Isaac hit the one that kind of put it away?
And I thought Reese made some good plays to set that up. We needed that. Jake, I got on him in a timeout. He passed up a three, and I think he had an out-of-body experience. He thought he was going to jump over everyone and dunk, and, he's obviously can do it. But to see them step up, especially after that play for Jake, and knock it down huge, and then IMAC, you look at him, I think he was 6 of 9 from three. And he bailed us out. We had a bad possession. They went zone, and we were kind of not organized, and then it just rolled out too many. Sometimes you need those for momentum, but to make some plays down the stretch offensively was very important.
Reese was very aggressive and a very good distributor for you. How important was he on the offensive end? And then what did Jordan Minor bring you yet again in this one?
Yeah, no, I thought when Reese finds that balance, his stat line was 19 and 11. That's it. He's got to be more assertive for us, but it can't just be all. It has to be create for others, and that's who he is, and he's improved. So to see him on the offensive end do that was big time, and every now and then he takes a few possessions off defensively, and I get on him about that. But then when he's locked in, he can deflect balls and make some plays. Guys came up with some big rebounds. Jordan, his physicality is noticeable, and especially going against their interior, and the young man that's a freshman he's going to be a heck of a player in this league. Both of the freshmen can really play, and but Jordan, using his strength to body up and finish some plays down there, and just worked hard, set good screens on offense. All that stuff is how we chip away, and is important for him and us.
You talked after the Virginia Tech game about how that was validation for the players to get a win after the work they put in. Given what's gone on the road, is this even more so?
Yeah, I mean, both. It's just chasing quality. I think we haven't played quality basketball for long enough stretches, and again, that's it. You just play the right way. We got to keep figuring out what's the easiest and best way for us to be effective and chase it. And as you do that, again, that's why I keep saying that it's a quote or a scripture. Don't grow weary in doing good, for in due time you'll reap a result or a harvest. And I said, I don't know when the due time is, but just, you can get weary when you're getting kicked around on the road or you're not playing quality basketball in practice. But as a staff and as the young men, we've tried to work, keep joy in the practices, and handle the losses with perspective, and handle the wins with perspective, and then just, like you said, just don't grow weary. Just keep putting another good practice and performance together.
You just kind of hit on what I wanted to ask you, but as
you as a coach
and as the staff, how have you guys worked to kind of not grow weary? You knew this
Yeah.
was going to be a team that
Yeah.
developed.
Yeah, no, that again, because of how new and inexperienced it is in a league that's pretty old and with good players. It it's a spot we have not been in a long time in this program, but just the way the college basketball is now and where we're at, I can see the deposits and the good things that can come in the future, but you want to win right away, and so it's just reminding ourselves, keep pouring in, keep developing, make it relational. It's not just transactional, and hopefully we'll see some results, in these games and in the season. But it is a challenge. But then you always have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, all right, teach, coach, encourage, challenge, and then do it again the next day.